today we're gonna practice telling a story about ourselves, okay? So we're gonna use our roller coaster to help us identify the beginning, middle, and end of the story and two key details. The beginning tells us who is in the story, where they are, and what is happening at the start. The middle is where something happens. Usually there's a problem or something exciting and the characters try to fix it. And at the end, it tells us how the story finishes, so we find out how the problem is solved and what happens to the characters. And our key details are important because they are the big ideas of our story. So if we leave them out, someone might not understand what's really happening in the story. So I'm going to start and I'm going to tell you about my day yesterday. So I woke up and I had to go to the grocery store. That's the beginning. I brought my son, Liam. Liam's going to be a key detail because I identified a character. And then in the middle of the story, we got to the grocery store and Liam was very excited because he got a chocolate bar. So him being excited is going to be the key detail. And then we got to the end of the story and of my grocery trip and we went home. All right, can you tell me what happened this weekend for you?
I saw giraffes.
We saw giraffes. That's super cool. Where did you see giraffes?
At the zoo.
Nice. Okay, so you were at the zoo. Let's write in at the beginning, zoo. Now we need to find a key detail. Let's think, who did you go to the zoo with?
My mom.
Your mom. Fun. All right, let's write in mom as a key detail because she's a character. Okay, great. You identified the beginning of the story. Let's go into the middle. What animal did you see at the zoo?
Giraffes.
So giraffes, all right, let's write that in. Let's write in giraffes. What did you do with the giraffes?
We fed them.
Oh, that's super cool. How did that make you feel?
I don't know.
Did you feel happy or sad?
Sad. Scared. I felt scared.
Felt scared. Great, you just identified an emotion. Let's write that in for our key detail. And what happened after you fed the giraffes and felt scared?
My mom held my hand.
Oh, that's sweet. Did she make you feel better?
I felt better.
Good. So you just identified the solution of your mom holding the hand, and that represents the end of the story. So let's write that in. Great. Now let's use our roller coaster and retell the story using the beginning, middle, and end with our two key details.
I went to the zoo with my mom. We fed giraffes. I felt scared, and she held my hand. I felt better.
Nice job. Yeah. Okay, Belle, so before we read our story together, we're going to go over our 5-finger retell organizer, okay? Stories have many different parts, so let's go over them together. First, we can identify characters. This is who's in our story. Then we can identify the setting. This is where the story happens. Then we're going to identify the problem, what goes wrong in the story. And then we're going to identify events, what happens in the story. And then we'll look for our solution. How does the problem get fixed? Okay, so now we'll read our story together. Okay, first let's think about our characters. Who was in the story?
Max and his mom.
Great, so let's write it here. Okay, now where did the story happen? What was the setting?
I don't know.
Was Max kicking his ball at his house?
No, he was at the park.
Great, so we can write that here. And now what was the problem in the story?
Problem? I don't know.
What went wrong? What happened to Max's ball?
He lost it.
Yes, he lost it. Great. And what happened after Max lost his ball? What did Max and his mom do?
They looked around for it.
Right, so let's write that here. And how did they solve the problem? What was the solution?
I don't know. I don't know.
Where did they look for his ball?
Behind the bush.
Yes, that was the solution. Awesome, so we just used our 5-finger retell to see all the important parts of the story. Great job.
Thank you.